2, 1.
Welcome on in, everybody, to the latest episode of On Beat Off Script. I am Incredibob, music review extraordinaire with all sorts of credentials under my belt. I've listened to music in my life. That makes me the right person for this job. I've also got with me the wonderful and beautiful Mel and the incredibly dashing Rose. Rose and Mel, how are you today? How are you feeling? What you doing?
Recording a podcast. How about you? See, I can do the dad jokes too, okay?
Oh, I'm full of them. I'm full of them. I've got the age to back me up for these dad jokes. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm feeling good. I'm hanging out with two lovely ladies. I couldn't be happier. Mel, how are you?
Good.
Yeah?
Hay made me sleepy, but I'm good. I need to get my energy levels back up.
Yeah, we just reviewed Hayam. If you haven't heard that episode yet, please. You did. You're absolutely the worst. I don't know who invited you to this, but yeah, we just reviewed Hayam, and it was an album. But next we're going to review the new Neil Young and the Chrome Hearts album, Talkin to Trees. And Mel's got a beautiful bio written up about Neil Young. She previewed it for us earlier, and it was really the best bio I've ever heard in my life. So Mel, would you like to grace us with what you've
That's a lot of pressure to put on me now, man. Okay.
You're very invested now.
All right.
So invested.
All right. So Neil Young is a Canadian-American singer-songwriter whose career spans over 50 years with 36 studio albums. He earned fame as a co-founder of the band Buffalo Springfield, a member of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, and as a solo artist with his timeless classics like Rockin' in the Free World, Heart of Gold, Hey Hey My Into the Black. The list goes on and on and on. He's known for combining elements of folk, rock, country, and swings between his soft acoustic ballads and his gritty rock and distorted electric guitar playing, which earned him the nickname the Godfather of Grunge. He's never afraid to be political. He's very known for his protest songs like Ohio, which was a response to the Kent State shootings way back when they were protesting the Vietnam War. He's called out presidents like Bush and Reagan, and has most recently even pulled his entire discography from Spotify in protest of Joe Rogan's COVID misinformation back in 2020. Luckily, his stuff is now back on Spotify, seeing as he just, dropped a new album. But he did take a pretty big stance for a minute. He's a co-founder of Farm Aid and the Bridge School Benefit, and has been a longtime advocate for environmental protection and clean energy. The man literally does it all, and he is not shy about what he believes in. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame describes him as one of rock and roll's greatest songwriters and performers, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame twice, once in '95 as a solo artist, and the second time as a member of Buffalo Springfield in '97. And yeah, the man's got a lot of accolades, and he's still just out here doing his thing, and he's still jamming, and we're going to jam along to some new stuff.
Yeah. This is probably the album I was most excited for coming into this. Knowing Neil Young, I mean, the man's a legend. The man's done so many amazing songs. You mentioned a few of them right there. You just got a recent tattoo, Mel. Wasn't that
my mom?
Wasn't that inspired?
Exactly.
A bit by,
it's
Young?
A little chess piece for my mom, who is a big Neil Young fan, and I was basically raised on Neil Young. So a little heart of gold in the middle as like a little tribute.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Heart of gold. So do you guys have any thoughts on the album you want to get out there first before we dive right in to some of the songs?
That was one of the artists that I listened to so much, heard so much of growing up. And we just talked about this with Hayam. This is an artist who is so storied and so well known, and I think has been doing music for 60 years now. I think he's 80, if not right at 80.
Crazy.
And
actually,
I'm okay with him resting on his laurels a bit, whatever path this takes, because I think he's earned it at this point,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Agree. I was also most excited for this album. Just like I said, I was raised on Neil Young. It brings me back to such like a happy time, and he will always remind me of my mom, which I really appreciate. I wasn't expecting anything groundbreaking or spectacular. I was just really excited to just still hear Neil Young. Like it's so fun that he's still giving us music in 2025. It's insane. The band started in the 60s.
Yeah. I think that's such an important disclaimer before we get into this album, is that I was so excited to hear more Young music, but my bar was pretty low. Yeah. Like I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I mean, the man's done it for so many years, so going into that, let's keep that in mind as we give
that. But then also the first note I made before listening was "Save me, Neil Young."
Yeah,
I came into this after finishing Hayam, and I went, whatever happens, at least it's Neil Young. Yep. Thank you, please.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, without further ado, let's jump into Family Life, which is the first track on the album. Let's give this a spin.
Might be one for my man Z. Growing tall and strong and free, building dreams with his new girl, living a life that's meant to be, and I'll call it family life. When I sing it for my wife, who I love and I adore, and she'll smile for me once more.
Harmonica.
The harmonica, it's what I was most excited for, and he opened up with it, and it just I was like, I am in my cozy place.
Mm-hmm. That's a great way to put it. This is a very cozy track. It's also very clear that I feel like he just didn't even write down the lyrics before singing this at all. I think he just he went in thinking about his family, the things he loved, and he just kind of said them out loud while playing.
That is one of my notes. I was like, it feels like he's just riffing. Like he's just just having a fun little time.
Well, it's like, I can't even be mad about it. Like I could see my pawpaw sitting and playing this like on a stoop and being like, I'm just thinking about my grandkids, like when I was young.
Yeah.
And, it's got like a certain endearing quality to it because of that. I did say like, the lyricism, like he's known, we talked about it in the bio, like he's known for his lyrics and songwriting. It does feel weaker. Again, I'm more willing to be forgiving after 60 years. Like what a crazy storied like career he's had. The ending of this song kind of made it feel like a scratch song a little bit that just kind of got thrown on here. But I did make a note. I said, maybe Haim just put me in a bad mood. I don't really know. I would like to retract that note because I think it really is just kind of the feel of this. But I don't mind it. It is just cozy and kind of endearing.
It's very cozy. And I even like to think that maybe the lyricism is on purpose, because he actually didn't write this down, because I think maybe he just wanted to say nice things about his family from his heart, just whatever he was thinking.
Well, and I even put a note, I said maybe the songwriting itself and the lyricism is way more simple, because he's talking about his grandkids. Maybe he wants his grandkids to hear the care he's got. Maybe he wants them to be able to sing along, and they're not, I don't know how old they are. Maybe they're not old enough that they're able to really, really dive into some beefier lyrics and stuff. And I can forgive that for a song called Family Life, talking about your family. That's fine.
Right.
Yeah, same. I had the same note that it's a little too straightforward, but it's so sweet that I forgive it completely.
Absolutely.
So it's such a cute little start.
Yeah.
A cute start, but it quickly takes a little bit of a turn.
When I tell you about musical whiplash, holy shit, dude! Neil Young every time just really hits me. What a guy.
Yeah. We have Dark Mirage coming up, which gets a little more grungy, a bit more bluesy, but let's give it a spin, shall we?
I felt like this song he wanted to remind us that he's like the godfather of grunge, but it's like, it kind of took me out a little bit.
It's the heavy grungy blues. I said I like the vibe. Unfortunately, the lyrics are serving me like we're in the middle of a messy divorce court hearing, and we're definitely talking about the child like custody right now. And overall, like the songwriting, I'm starting to be like, okay, maybe we should have just written some of the lyrics before we walked into record today. I really like the deep, like bassy voices we get for the dark mirage. Like I like that. Yeah. It's a weird juxtaposition when you put his like keening voice kind of over it. And it served me, I'm so sorry, I'm coming in with so many of these, like, visuals, but it's serving me like I'm upstairs in the middle of, like, playing with my Pokemon cards, and what I'm hearing through, like, the floor below me is my dad and his friends in, like, a man cave playing Rock Band, and one of them is really going after it, but has no clue that he's off, and, like... I don't know, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, can't you see it? You can hear it. like, I don't know. Like, there's something about, like, that visual that's still, that like, there's a little endearing, even if it's not, like, great. Like, you know?
That's such a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because it's like,
it's got
my
that
dad
fuzzy
and his
sound
friends
to it.
hanging out and playing, like, Garage Band, and I can hear the shitty little, like, guitar pad getting, like, wailed on, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
It's so spot on, though.
Like, that is spot on.
I don't know. It's just, it's definitely a vibe. It is severe whiplash after the cutesy kind of, like, grandpa song Love My Family to like dark evil divorce, like whoa, slow your roll, Neil. You need a nap. You're not you when you're you. Eat a Snickers. Like I don't know, man.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. There's definitely, it definitely sounds kind of muffled. I wrote it sounds like it's being recorded with an iPhone 5 in the back of a dive bar. It's kind of like the band's playing up here, and you're all
really great live karaoke.
Yeah, it's very roomy is what it is. I love the vibe of it. I really do. I love the grungy bluesy. It might be a bit too much in that direction, but I don't know. I was vibing to it. I had a good time with
grunge,
this.
like blues,
it's pretty raw.
For me, the part that I was kind of like was the lyrics, and maybe it's the fact that I am the child of divorce, and I'm sitting there going like the little like meme of just like the emoji of the guy standing. That's me. You know, cool song though. Way to go, Peepaw. Peepaw.
Yeah, lyrics were a lot.
Oh my god.
I'm dead.
But I'm fun.
Dead. I'm dead.
Oh. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know.
No,
I love me some Neil Young, man.
You said it all.
Me too.
That's my Peepaw. Like, period.
Yep.
Oh man.
But that brings us into First Fire of Winter. Let's listen to a little First Fire of Winter from Neil Young.
There's always been a lion lurking there in the trees, but he knows where you're going, and he sees what he sees.
And he sees what
he
sees.
Me too. This is my favorite kind of Neil Young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wrote this is the sullen white boy music that I love from Neil Young. It's beautiful. Honestly, it's very very soulful. I enjoyed this a lot.
It's just sweet. It's relaxed. I feel like it's really gonna hit like a certain special kind of like nostalgia, like home feel. Especially during like winter time when that comes around. The guitar and the drum both take it really easily, and they're really laid back. And I don't know, there were some really cool like effects added in here. Like you've got like this eerie guitar wail on occasion that happens in the background that makes me think of like the winter wind blowing through the trees, and you even got like there's some like these brighter interjections that almost just make me think of like how bright the sun hits sometimes off of like perfect snow in the yard. And I don't know, this like I don't get me wrong, I love Protest Neil. That to me is still some of the peak Neil, but like there's something so special about this, and I just absolutely adored it.
Yeah, same. It's so slow and tender and folky. This is what I wanted from this album really, really bad. And we're 3 songs in and he already gave it to me, and I'm so happy about it. And it's just so comforting. Like I just feel so at home in this place that he's putting me, and I love it so much.
Yeah, this and the first track are vintage Neil Young. That just makes me happy. It just makes me happy. And I'm happy. I feel like he's happy singing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And that's
he's really in his element.
Smile on my face about it is like I just feel like he's so happy and at peace in some of these, and I'm just like, what else can you ask for such an incredible artist who like we grew up with? I mean, you know, like. I made the joke, but like he feels like a grandfather for me, like in music and that musical journey. Yeah. And if he's happy, I'm happy, you know?
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Does Grandpa keep up the happiness? Let's find out in Silver Eagle.
As we roll on through this country, Silver Eagle, you're part of me. On those old trailways we used to see, and down these new roads for you and me. I'll keep on singing as we roll along. Silver Eagle, you're my new song.
Is it giving Your Land Is My
Yeah,
Land?
yeah.
Okay. I was like, that
100%.
is
100% the melodic structure for This Land Is Your
okay.
Land.
I was like, I
Yep.
want to make sure I'm not hallucinating.
No,
but-
it is verbatim. There's not a lot of interpolation on it.
Okay.
No.
Which again, it's Neil Young. I don't hate. The songwriting does feel a little bit lazier here for me. Just because it is so evident, and there's a lot of times where I just like with the harmonica coming in here, I want to be able to focus on the harmonica, and instead I'm just going, this land is your land, this land is my land. That's a cool harmonica. Like, you know, I want to be able to like go, oh, that's a nice nod. So definitely could have been stronger. It's just like it feels like a nice little acoustic jaunt. I don't hate it. But it's fine.
It's more for me. It's more comfortable Neil Young. I was loving it. Honestly, I was in the right mood for this, and he put me in this mood with the last song. And you know, it's giving some Johnny Cash vibes as well. Honestly, like throughout this whole thing. So far I'm having a good time with this album. I really am.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mel?
Yeah, I chuckled.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what the deeper meaning is. Like, I understand eagle is like, you know, America's bird, but why silver? I was trying to figure out a deeper meaning that I could not wrap my finger around. But yeah, I don't know. Leading into the next song, though, I feel like it's definitely like a weird little patriotic section. Or anti-page.
This next one feels to me like Protest Neil.
Yeah,
but I definitely
in the craziest way.
Yeah. Roll that clip.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go right into it. Let's hear the next song. Let's roll again.
If you're a fascist, then get a Tesla. If it's electric, it doesn't matter. If you're a Democrat, then taste your freedom. Get whatever you want and taste your freedom. Yeah, China's way ahead. They're building clean. Some days are like that. It doesn't matter. Come on, Ford. Come on, GM. America, let's roll again.
A song protesting the American auto industry was not on my bingo card.
Well, and
by the
what's
way.
crazy is like it almost feels like a nod to him being like some of his old protest songs. But you know the meme of like, okay, grandma, and they're like walking the old lady with the walker who's singing something completely out of pocket, like back to the nursing home. It feels a little like, oh, he's got it. Oh, okay, people. Let's just all right. Let's come sit down and have some more hooch or something for a second. Like I don't know quite like they're like the lines make me smile. They make me kind of smirk a little and huff like a little laugh. You know.
Yeah.
The songwriting again is really evident that it's a little bit weaker, a little more lazy. Again, we're kind of hearing "This land is your land," and the fact that we're getting some of these like lines one after and taste your freedom, da 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 da, and taste your freedom. Like, okay, I don't think that I'm gonna be teaching the like kindergartners how to sing this song. I don't need quite that level of repetition, like, but I can still appreciate it. Like, it's Neil Young. I'm like, after 60 years, I'm willing to forgive a lot, like, you know. But I had a good time.
I
had a great time.
Died. I was so entertained, but this was so ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, the fascist line and the Democrat line literally had me cackling.
Yeah.
Like, I was dying.
I laughed so hard.
The fact that you picked that for the clip, I was like, oh yeah, thank you.
Great clip.
How do you not?
If you're
But, oh man, I like get it. I agree with him, but like I just didn't think this was the stance he was gonna make on this album.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of the things where I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I agree with the stance, and then he kept going, and I went, okay, yeah, and then, okay, that's where I started hitting the, okay, let's, like, we're getting, okay,
That's enough.
He's got the spirit of it, like,
Yeah. Just the lyrics with the like honky tonk kind of guitar, like, oh my god, it's like very Grandpa Simpson yelling at the clouds. Kind of thing.
God, yeah.
yeah.
It's I laughed through this whole thing, honestly. I thought it was just hilarious.
Yeah.
And I get what he's saying. Like I agree with a lot of what he says here, but it's like
Well, and I said, like, it feels close to some of the really poignant protest songs he used to do. The songwriting just isn't delivering like it should or like it used to. And I think the only reason the track works is because it's Neil fucking Young. Like,
Agree.
you know, like, this is definitely a resting on my laurels. But, like, the name and the history still can only do so much to kind of help the song along. But I had a good time.
Yeah. Listen, I'm having fun. Like I'm it might be a silly song to me, but like it's invoking feelings, whether it's laughter or it's joyful in a way.
I
like,
would
don't know.
love for that little clip to somehow blow up on TikTok as a sound because we got to figure out a trend to make this work with.
I want a bumper sticker. If you're a fascist and buy a Tesla, I want that bumper sticker.
Yeah,
like,
same.
honestly, make some bumper stickers. I'll buy all of them of this. Like, you know, that's the kind of chronic online brain rot I'm into.
Yeah, agree.
Well, up next is Big Change, and Neil Young kind of continues this same kind of protest energy. I feel like here. Let's listen on in.
Big change is coming. Big drums are drumming. Heading up the long parade. Big change is coming. Coming right through your gate. Big guitar strumming. The singer said, don't be late. Big change is coming. Could be bad and it could be great. Big change is coming.
Big Change is coming. Could be bad and it could be great.
Again, the songwriting could not be simpler, but I really loved the guitar break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main riff and the groove is not bad. The rest of the track is not good.
It's not.
Like, and the lyrics
not.
are such a nothing burger that it's kind of like, okay, like at this point somebody should have stepped in and been like, hey Neil, can we write something else? Or what if we add this? Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
The like Bob said, big changes coming. It could be good. It could be bad.
could
Like,
be bad.
that is such a nothing burger, Neil. Come
Yeah.
on, my guy. Like, so this one.
Yeah, you know what you gotta do.
No, we don't.
We have no
You know what
idea.
you gotta
For you
do,
to
but it
tell
could be
us.
bad or it could be great.
It could
like,
be good.
Neil.
You know what you gotta do.
It feels like people who are like reading like your fortune and they're like, let me say something very obscure and you'll pick up on exactly what I
Yes.
need and then you'll pay me
Right.
like $50 or you know
Exactly.
like come on, Neil. Come on. You can do better. Come on.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
This is the
fine.
only track that's not capitalized in
I
the
wrote
track
that
list. Did you guys
down
recognize
too,
that?
and I don't
Like, what
get
is-
why.
Is there meaning?
There
Yeah,
has
I
to
don't know.
be. Like, it has to be intentional, but I don't get it.
big change, small meaning, small impact. It's the only thing that's not capitalized. So maybe he's playing off of like we're not capitalizing on a big change. But I don't know because the lyrics are gonna be nothing.
Nothing.
And
yeah.
so it feels significant because how is everything else capitalized?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
this isn't. Like it feels like there's something there that we just aren't it's like taking a test and then suddenly you take the test and you're like, I don't know how to do this, and the teacher comes back in your pre-calc test. Mrs. Z, for instance, comes back and goes, oh yeah, I totally forgot to teach that like topic. Anyways, like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Why wasn't on my test then? Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about, Miss Z? Please.
This
explain
sounds like
it
a
to me.
very
Like,
specific trauma that you've had to deal with.
yeah, I was very upset about this song. You know. Like, I don't know. It just feels like I'm being quizzed and I do not know what you're talking about because you are
Right.
not telling it to me. And
Yeah, and he's like saying, the singer says, don't be late. What shouldn't we be late for? I
Yeah.
don't know what. Tell
the
me.
change
please.
that's coming. It's a big change and it could be bad, but it could
Yeah.
be great. Don't be late, Mel. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Part of it
It
feels
gives-
like you're just like, what rhymes with great?
Yeah.
Late. Good enough.
Yeah.
Send it. Like, I don't know. Like,
It gives huge like boomers posting on Facebook.
Oh my
energy,
God,
is what
yeah.
it does. Yeah, this is exactly what this is.
I don't know. Like, again, I'm willing to forgive a lot because it's 60
Yeah,
years
same.
career. It's Neil
Yeah.
Young.
Right.
Like, this is my music peepaw. Like,
yeah,
I don't think I'm forgiving this one, but like, okay. Like,
yeah. Well, moving ahead is the name of our next track.
no, it's not.
Talking to the
it not?
trees, Bob.
Oh no, I ruined it.
Talking to the trees.
We're moving ahead to talk to trees. Don't worry, guys.
We're moving ahead to Talking to the Trees. We did it. Talking to the Trees is the next song, and we're going to listen to that right now.
Rooster crowing like I never heard it. Sunshine climbing the mountain rise. Dogs asleep like they might be dreaming. Standing there looking for the breeze.
The next line is thinking about Bob, and I'm so sad you didn't. Pull
I
that.
should have. I'm sorry. I'm a bad person. Oh. But we're back to what I really, really, really like. We've got that like wailing guitar in the background again that makes me really, really happy. And this one was just it maybe because I was just for my birthday watching The Lord of the Rings and I wanted to do a whole like movie marathon, but this was giving Merry and Pippin chilling with Treebird in like the best way, and it put me in such like a little whimsical vibe.
I love that. That's honestly great comparison. For me, this is the like spring summer counterpart to First Fire of Winter. Like again,
yeah.
I can picture
Ooh.
like, you know, your elders in your community, whether that's like direct relatives or not, sitting out on like a porch looking out over like their country little farm. And everybody just comes together and is playing some sort of like little blues or bluegrassy something. And again, it feels like home. It feels like comfort and a simpler time. And there's something that's just so special about that. Because it also just sounds like you're just hearing about his day. And like, that's so, I just love it. And it sounds so vulnerable and gentle, especially with his voice on this one, that I just loved it.
Yeah. It's one of my favorites on the album for sure. I like First Fire of Winter better. But this one also gives that homey feel, that cozy feel, that this is why you listen to Neil Young kind of feel. I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yay.
Moving ahead
Good on.
is our next track.
Don't wanna look back if it brings you down, makes you feel bad or kicks you around. It's hard to forget, but you gotta let go. Keep moving ahead wherever you go. That's the way home. That's the way home. On the future where love is found.
This one felt so stanky.
It's just a fun little funk track. Like,
Yeah.
again, you get the lack of stronger vocal, like, presence and better lyrics. I'm gonna let y'all finish all your commentary because I have a very specific thing I'm about to hyper focus in on, and I have to know if you guys mention it first. Like,
Fair.
Does it have anything to do with like the ending? Because my brain
yes,
got
thank you. What
so
happened?
freaked out. It was so weird. It was.
I genuinely thought I was losing my mind. Like, I literally, I was in the middle of typing and then immediately skipped my line. Didn't even go back and finish that thought because I was so thrown off. In literally the line above, we're suffering the lack of strong vocals, better lyrics, and there's just nothing else. Because the next line starts, wait, what is this weird fall in chunk? I can't have heard that right. I went back and specifically pinpointed it.
Yeah.
Specifically, if you want to hear what we're talking about, at 2 minutes 27 seconds, start there through 2 minutes and 38 seconds. And the only way I can describe it is that I don't know if this is a universal thing or if it's a musician thing, where you'll have an audio note that you make to yourself that's, you singing a little something because you're like, I don't want to forget this, I want to use that later. And then you can share it to put on a recording or do whatever.
Sure.
And I used to do that when I would help with friends with their recording projects, to come in and record something with them. And so I'm sure if I went back, there were times where, buried in the track might be that little thing that's then referenced or pulled out or whatever. This feels like that thing that was recorded on your voice note on your iPhone got left in the track, and it just was completely blown over because you didn't do a full post-production review before
When
release.
I was listening
so
to
weird.
it, I had my AirPods on, and I literally thought, and it was weird because they're noise canceling and you're not really supposed to hear anything else, but I got so thrown off that I thought my AirPods disconnected and that everything was coming out of my speaker all of a sudden on my lap. I was like, what? Where
so
am
weird.
I? I was so confused.
I literally
Man.
the track
freaked me out.
is the track is fine. Whatever. I have to talk about this because what happened?
Yeah.
I don't get
don't
it, and it's the fact
know.
that without a it doesn't miss a beat. So it's so perfectly aligned on the start and the end that it had to be intentional.
Yeah.
But for what purpose, Neil? Call me. I don't get it. I have to know. I when I tell you, I literally lost sleep over this last night. I couldn't stop thinking about it because is it does it mean something? Was it just a mistake? And if so, why is it so perfectly placed? I don't get it. I feel like I am losing my mind. I feel like I need to start making a tinfoil hat because what happened? I don't get it.
I would love to understand it better because I was so thrown by it. Bob, did you
This is
pick
so
it
interesting.
up?
I know.
What?
Not at
It's
all.
so-
I'm just like this
oh
part
my
of the song.
God!
Yeah,
What
I
do you
didn't.
mean?
I didn't even double take. I'm just
I
okay
was-
that they decided to drop the beat there, and
I
then
was
that's all I got out of
tempted
it.
to pull it
I don't know.
I was really tempted to pull it as the clip because I was so thrown
Yeah.
off by it. And then I was just
unsettling.
yeah. And then I didn't want to
Interesting.
do this song a giant disservice on the podcast, so I didn't. But I really, really wanted to
I mean-
know.
I was so
wow.
curious if you were gonna pull it to bring up that you had noticed it, and I was like, I would hate for her to pull that for the chunk, but also I have to know. And
Yeah.
the fact that it wasn't immediately brought up, I went, maybe I just got a really
No.
weird recording off of Spotify of this specific song. It's like
It
the
was
entire
there.
bottom just falls out. Like there is nothing going
really
on
does,
except for like
yeah.
your little voice note memo for what, like 11 seconds.
Yeah,
like,
it's
that's
a
not
decent
nothing in
chunk.
a song
Yeah.
that's like not even 3 minutes. Like what happened?
Like I said, it was enough time for me to think I had to do some kind of weird tech like reset. I was like, wow, my headphone stopped. What is going on? This is so weird. And then all of a sudden it was back. And I was like, oh, never
Well,
mind.
it was just
No,
so
we're good.
weird because like usually when I'm typing, I've got so many different things that from all my like different projects and hundreds of tabs because of who I am as a person. So my Spotify was buried behind other like stuff. So I'm in the middle of typing. I stop, I like sit up, and I had to like dig to find my fucking Spotify. Finally pull it up, and I just went back like 10 seconds, and I didn't go back far enough. But I genuinely was like, I'm just losing it, like because it sounds exactly like what I was just listening to and what's come before it, and I don't understand. And I started scrubbing the fucking song until I found it because I thought I had lost my mind. I genuinely was about to be like, somebody better take me somewhere because I don't know what's happening. Like, dude, it's so uncanny. Like,
I must have like heard this in different songs before and just didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, oh, they just dropped it and they brought it back. I don't know.
or
like
you were
it didn't mean
zoned,
anything
because,
to
again,
me.
It's
I was
so
listening. I don't know.
perfectly
Yeah.
aligned that like
Yeah, it did. I agree.
It was
but
so weird, dude. It was so weird.
I just re-listened to it and I'm like, I get what you're saying, but like, it doesn't hit
in
me
the
that way. You
middle
know what I mean?
of
I don't know.
just, it was so weird.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, okay,
Yeah.
like they're gonna end the rest of it like this, like how some old tracks, like they're obviously
They'll
have
bring
somebody
it
who's
right
like
back, yeah.
recording on a phone or like a camcorder, like as they're finishing a song, and it's like their little outro. But then when it came back, that was like what threw me for such a loop. Like, okay, so
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we intentionally left it in, but why does it not feel intentional? Why, like,
Yeah.
what I don't know. Anyways, I'm so glad you picked up on that too, because it was so fucking weird
I was
for
so
me.
confused.
Oh my god.
The second you said I need to hyperfixate on something, I was like, it's the end.
It's the great
so
thing.
weird. Neil, buddy, please. What is that? Like, oh my god. I'm like, I felt like I was gonna have to be sent to like a home. I didn't
It was weird.
understand.
And we still don't understand it.
I
We'll
don't
never
call
get
me.
it.
I'm looking for the Neil Young Vivo to like pop a comment in chat and like tell us, because like,
Do you
what do you
think
mean?
he does? Do you think he does the cameos? We can like hire him just to give us an explanation
Oh my
on that
I'm
song.
googling Neil Young cameo right now.
I love it. All right. Well, while you do that, let's move ahead to our next song.
Damn it! He
doesn't.
doesn't need to.
Popping right on into A Bottle of Love. Here's Bottle of Love by Neil Young.
All your tears are being saved in a bottle of love. Go and touch the animal.
I was like-
the little jazz combo. It's cute.
The bass, the piano.
Yeah, it's super, super tender. I like that a lot. I was like kind of sweet, kind of psychotic, but it's
A
cute.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it was cute. I didn't have much.
This
to
is
say.
my favorite song on the album for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. I don't know what it.
Yeah.
It just hit me. Just the slow.
You're a little
I
lover
love
boy.
I love a good bassy, piano-y, jazzy kind of backdrop.
It was nice. My biggest gripe with this one was like I don't know. It was just a little pitchy for me. Like when you've got a nice jazz combo, I can
Yeah.
forgive. Like it's jazz. I can forgive some discord, some dissonance. But especially when the other vocalists are in there, like it you almost want to fault the like backup vocalist because like give a little bit, meet him, change the chord a little. But like
Yeah.
that's not your job. Like, and I'm not gonna put the blame on you for that. Like I think it's just a part of him getting older where it is harder to match and do. Which it is Neil Young,
Yeah.
but it was just just annoying enough where like it doesn't ruin the song for me, but it's not my favorite on the album.
That's fair. Okay. All right. Well, I'm thankful that I enjoyed it, and thankful is the name of our next song. Our final song on the album. This is only a 10-song album. Fairly quick. We're already to the end, so let's give that a spin.
I've been piling on the years, full of laughter, sometimes tears. I feel thankful for them now.
This was my favorite song on the entire album, and I think it has so much to do with that Harvest Moon.
Yes!
Like,
that was the first thing I put was, y'all ever play Harvest Moon?
Yep.
I heard it open like that, and I if I wasn't back on my meds, I would have started sobbing instantly. I was so obsessed with this. I thought it was the perfect ending. It had me so in my feels.
Yeah, this
This is-
can pricked me bad, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm. It's so, oh my gosh, super simple, but so heart. I can't think of the word, but it really tugs your heartstring. Yeah, this is amazing. I feel like if this was his last song he ever made,
yeah.
it would be incredible.
Well, it's like,
meaning he just doesn't make music anymore. Not that he.
well,
passed
either
away.
way, if this was for whatever reason the last thing that he put out, like it's such a good song. It's my
Poetic.
favorite track on the album, and if it were for whatever reason, like I said, the last song he put out, I would just be thankful. I mean, what an artist, what a career he's had, you know, and even with the ups and downs of this album, like this was such a strong end and like really got me in my feelings. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's not often we get a perfect ending, and he delivered.
Especially lately.
Yeah.
I feel like albums lately were all ending terribly, but this one, this was perfect. The perfect ending. What do we think of the album as a whole? Rose.
do you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So my whole recap, I said he's been putting music out for 60 years, and it's really hard to rate him on a standalone album without considering the breadth of his work. I know that's very hypocritical of me given my review of Haim, and you are more than welcome to yell at me in the comments about it. Like, he's always, like, Neil Young has just always been very honest in his work and very open, sometimes detrimentally so. If we look at things like Homegrown and Toast, like, back in the day. I do think overall this album and the recording of it would have really benefited from having a producer who would have been willing to kind of push back and tell him, no, go do it again, like he used to have with David Briggs, who is unfortunately no longer with us, you know. The album overall as a whole, it is Neil Young, you know. It is better or worse what I was kind of expecting from Neil Young, especially at this late stage in his career and his life. It ultimately suffers from consistency not being there, and it's in need of some better writing all throughout. But in spite of that, it is still so heartwarming to see him creating and doing these things, and I can still respect the artistic process that he has committed to and showcases. It kind of kills me to do it, but I rated the album as a whole of 5.6.
Wow, no kidding.
There's a
That's
lot
lower than I
that
expected.
I don't want him to rest on his laurels. I'm willing to give him a lot of grace because of that, but he is much better than some of the songwriting and lyricism we got in this. And unfortunately, there's too many, like, This Land Is My Land references in songs and things like that where, like, I won't mind it, but again, I want to see your take on it instead of just feeling like it's been ripped.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I want to rate it higher so badly, but it's a 5.6 across the board.
Wow.
Fair.
All right. What do you think?
Yeah, I struggle not to rate this one emotionally for sure because he like just means so much to me. The 3 songs that I'm obsessed with though, I am like obsessed with, and I'm so happy that I can add that to my little Neil Young playlist. But yeah, I wasn't expecting much going into it. I definitely wasn't expecting peak Neil Young. But I'm happy with it. And the good really, really outweighed the mediocre for me, and I gave it a 7.5.
Nice.
I knew you'd have my back to make me feel a little better for my man.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, hit us.
Yeah, so there's obviously a lot of rawness here when it comes to lyricism of vocals. Yeah, he's been doing this for 60 years. He's phoning some of this in lyrically, especially. It feels unpolished. It feels unrehearsed. But I mean, comparing to so much of the modern music today, like I kind of like that rawness, to be honest with you. I think there's so much today that's overproduced, oversaturated with artists trying to do way too much. Neil was just riffing here. He's done this. He's been there. He's just having a good time. He's saying what he wants to say, and I think that's great. Honestly, I really do. I already said this, but a lot of the album sounds like it's being recorded with an iPhone in the back of a dive bar. Everything sounds very roomy. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I can see how it could be off-putting to people. But you know, a lot of the songs in this album feel like it's that sitting by a campfire with an acoustic guitar kind of feel. It's all very cozy. Just it warms your heart. It warms your heart to hear a lot of this, and that's an emotion that hasn't been invoked from me in music for a very long time. So I enjoyed a lot of this. The middle of the album is kind of crazy, like again, Facebook comments. China, Ford, things are changing. It's going to be good or bad. You don't know. Like it's so I could skip a few tracks, but the beginning of the album is great. The end of the album is great. It's bookended by it's good bookends.
Mm-hmm.
It finishes off strong, as we just said, that one of the best songs of the album, and that's always nice. I liked it more than I thought I was going to, honestly. I gave this a 7.8.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
I had a good time. This is my favorite album that we reviewed this week. So we'll say that.
I liked Haim a little bit more. And I know you guys don't agree.
That's crazy to me, though.
I'll
thought
tell
it
you
was
what,
a
I've never been
vibe.
hungrier for a Nothing Burger lyric before because I am
Yeah.
not going back
Yeah.
to ham.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's no Heart of Gold in this album, obviously, and I'm not going to go back and listen to this over and over again, but there's some songs I'm going to pull on again when
Yeah.
I'm in a certain
think
type of
that-
mood.
Actually,
and
yeah,
that's
there's like
good.
a solid 4 songs
Yeah.
on here that I love.
Well, I think
Yeah.
when we look
Yeah.
back on this, whenever, we no longer have Neil Young, Thankful If Nothing Else is really going to hold up and become like a
Absolutely.
classic Neil Young song. And I think that's kind of all we really want or need from this album.
Agree.
Well, that's Talking to Trees by Neil Young and the Chrome Hearts. Tell us how you feel in the comments. Let us know if we are wrong, if we are right. And we can't wait to see you for the next episode. I think our next episode, we're going to be talking about the new Benson Boone album, which is certainly going to be polarizing, if anything else, I believe. So give us a follow, give us a subscribe, all those things. You can find us at Spotify, YouTube, and all the places. And we will see you guys next time. Please enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Bye, everyone.
3, 2, 1.